I've ever seen a dually that big on the back of a flatbed, but she is on there. She is barely, but she's on there. That thing is huge. All right, guys, so we are at a new location that's probably unfamiliar, and we've got my Ram 3500 here. So what are we doing? On the last video, we pulled the head, and I'll put up on the screen here. I took the head to the machine shop, and the cylinder head had a bunch of cracks in it. So what we're doing right now, we got me and my buddy Mike here. He's helping us. We came here because my shop is just absolutely stuffed full of stuff right now, and I can't even get the truck into the shop. And then also you'll see back there, he's got a skid steer with forks on it. So we're gonna pull the cab here, and then we're actually gonna pull the engine. And if you look over here, I ended up picking up a engine. Reason being is because I found this on Facebook Marketplace. Yes, you guys know you can find crazy deals on Facebook Marketplace, but I found a complete engine, and it actually ended up being more cost effective for me to get a complete low mile engine than it was for me to get a cylinder head, because my cylinder head, since it was cracked, it ended up I won't be able to get a core charge for it. So it was going to end up being like upwards of over $3,000 for a new remanufactured head, which didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, given that that engine in my truck has like 280 something thousand miles on it, at least the bottom end. Might not be, you know, totally worn out for a Cummins, but at the same time, I got a motor with like 75,000 miles on it, so that's out of a 2021. But we're gonna end up putting all the upgrades that are in this engine into that, is the game plan. So that one's bone stock. We're gonna take the Hamilton cam kit, the flat tappet cam out of that, the aluminum oil pan, billet timing cover, all that stuff. So let me give Mike a hand getting this up, and then I'll show you guys a little more. Here she goes. It's crazy. So we're gonna pull this out so that we can have full access to yanking the engine out, working on it. And that's where having the heavy equipment definitely comes in handy here. Cab's still up there. Alright, so we got everything disconnected. We got transmission disconnected. I got Dylan over there on the skid steer. We got a big old chain. We're gonna yank this thing out. All right, so this is day 2. We kind of got a late start yesterday, so that's the engine that's going to be going in. We just set it off there for a minute, and then we are tearing down my old short block right now. So me and Mike got the front cover off. It's got that billet cover, so we're going to be using that. It's also, that one's a King Speed. We're also going to clean this up, take this King Speed oil pan, but we're also right now going to take out the Hamilton cam, flat tappets, and get all that stuff out so we can put it into the new engine. So we picked up this beefy Harbor Freight engine stand, and yeah, we'll show you guys the process. We're gonna take all that out. All right, so we got the oil pan off, pickups off, window trays off, and then we're about to pull the cam out of here. Since it's upside down, the flat tappets will end up going down, and then we'll pull the cam out, and we should be able to pull everything up. But surprisingly, for 300,000 or almost 300,000 miles, everything looks pretty nice in here. Out she comes. What do you think? Look decent?
All the lobes look good. Camera look good.
Alright. She out. So now we'll grab all the flat tappets down there with some magnets, probably pull them up. And then we should be able to grab our long block over there and start doing everything to it. Okay, check this out, you guys. This is the new long block. So we just wanted to get a little visual on it, make sure she's all good. So in here looks really good. And then what we're gonna do now, we got the cover off, everything stripped down. We're gonna go ahead and actually pull the rockers, get the push rods, all that stuff out, and then we'll be able to pull the cam out and get it all apart. So keep showing you guys, but that's where we're at, and we're just getting things done. Okay, so we got push rods out, rockers out, and we just flipped it back over again. He's gonna take out the plate, bolts for that, and then we can get this cam out of here and pull up the lifters. There, she's out. It's actually in decent shape. Despite what all the experts say, it's actually in decent shape. So a nice thing is we don't have to swap over the cam gear. We could just leave it. There's no point. So now we'll grab a magnet, pull those lifters out. Alright, a little magnet. There we go. Oh, she comes. Right. Here we go with the flat tappets. And he's just sliding them in there. Everything's got brand new oil on it, so we're gonna go ahead and put them in. In goes the Hamilton cam. Alright, we've moved underneath the light and into the darkness, or out of the darkness. So here we go. We've got the stud. We're gonna run this down. I'm gonna give this to you actually, because last time we tried filming this, I dropped one of these washers and it took us about 20 minutes to find it. So we're gonna drop that in. We're gonna run it down. You can do it with your fingers, but honestly it's a little bit easier to use the Allen. So we'll run that guy down. What do you think of this process?
Not too bad.
There's so many of them is the biggest thing. It's not hard, but I don't know. There's just so many. That's a Demon Swap Dakota. That's a TMU ripoff of my truck. No, it's actually pretty cool. I'll show you guys in another video. Then we're gonna take a dry washer. You wanna grab that actually? Just so I don't. So completely oil free. And then we've got peanut butter there and on the threads. And we'll run that down and then we'll torque it. Sounds like a farm truck with that freaking ticking going on. Alright, there we go. So that's pretty much the process. And you can see here, here's the longer ones in front of the exhaust manifold. Alright, so all the head studs are tight, and then I'll show you guys this right here. So this has to be modified. So you have to just Dremel out this just to clearance the nut right there, that fastener. And other than that, we go ahead and put our lower valve cover on. There she is. So we got that lower valve cover on. Got a brand new, what do you call that thing? Wire gasket combo mix deal. So I got a brand new one of those in there. All new. That didn't sound too clear.
It wasn't a bolt, it was a ratchet.
All new gaskets. Even these little donuts under here. This new, we are just changing as much as we possibly can. And then I got a brand new crankcase filter going in it too. So we're still wrenching, but we're getting it done. All right, Mike, what are we? Day 3? This is gonna be the last day. We're getting this thing done today. So last night we finished off, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but we got the fuel rail on there, fuel lines are all on. We got our lower valve cover, crankcase, filter, all that stuff on there. Got the banks on there, and then we put on our billet front timing cover. We've been having a heck of a time getting this front main seal in here, but if you guys don't know, they throw this guide in here. This cover, even on the stock one, can kind of walk all over the place. There's no dowels on it. But they give you this big metal ring here when you go to the parts store and buy a seal. And they don't tell you what it's for, but we realized that it's actually so that you can center your cover before you put the seal on. So that's what we did there. And then we got everything cleaned up. We're putting on our aluminum oil pan right now. We got the pickup tube all in here. We got our RTV in the corners where the front covers meet the block. So gonna go ahead, we got a brand new gasket going on here. We'll get that on here too. And then hopefully we can get this seal in here. Right now we've got it in the freezer just so we can try to shrink it a little bit to get it in there because it is extremely tight. So we'll get that together and then update you guys as we go. Okay, little update for you guys. We got Dylan doing the important stuff over here, cleaning his dirt bike. And then me and Mike are over here getting this thing rigged up. So we had to take it off the engine stand to put this bell housing. What do you call it, the bell housing? I don't know what the official Cummins name for this is, but where the transmission mounts to the bell housing. It's basically a plate because they can use them, and I think they use this engine in all sorts of things. So this gives you the Dodge transmission bolt pattern. So we put that on there, and then surprisingly, Mike found this. This is a SFI, like an aftermarket flex plate. So see, SFI certified. So when you look at the stock one, it's totally different looking. You got all these round holes. That one you got the sausages, right?
Sounds good. That's about what they look like.
So we'll get this thing mounted on here, and then this engine is about to go in here. I want to show you guys one more thing, actually. Do you want me to hang this? Let me hang this for you first. And then I want to show the freaking Suncoast deal. All right, so check this out. We were told that this transmission was a built stage 2 with Suncoast everything, and at least that much is true. I don't know if you guys will see that right there. See that sign? It's got a billet, and I was told it had a billet converter in it, which it does. So I don't know what these guys are worth, but you can see there, Suncoast, and there it is there. So I want to show you guys that before we end up burying everything, but it is actually in there. So it is upgraded, and hopefully she'll hold up to whatever power we throw at it. Me and Mike want to go home. It's so late. We put the cab back down. We used Dylan's skid steer, and he helped tow it in here. We've got fluids in it, and we are about to crank this thing for the first time. So fuel system's dry, so we're probably gonna cycle the key a bunch, let the air purge out, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so we haven't started it yet. Oh, it's mad. You just hooked up the shifter cable? Okay. It's in neutral. I gotta put it in park. It's mad. It's mad about a lot of stuff actually right now. And I'll purge out all the air. Let's see what happens. I gotta get my scanner because she's a little mad, but. Ready? Give her a rest for a minute. All right, round 2. Still a lot of lights, but sounds okay.
It's Christmas time, bro.
All right. You want to let it run, or you want to kill it again?
Shut it off and check the oil in it anyway.
Okay, you guys, it is literally, I don't know if you can see that, 12:06 a.m. right now. So everything's working good. We've had it running for a little while. It did something weird, and huge shout out to Mike for hanging out and knocking this out, you guys. I gotta fly out to Detroit for Dodge to do some filming tomorrow, and I'm driving this thing home. Also, huge shout out to Dylan letting us use his spot. I didn't have the space to do it, and you know, between Dylan and Mike, we got this thing done. And also, I made some fun posts, but he let me drive his Super Duty the whole time. And again, can't say enough about these guys, but she's here, she's running, she's back together. I do need to get some stuff sorted out because this is now an HO motor, and we're running on an SO computer. So it's gonna be running a little bit richer because this thing has bigger, if you guys look up the differences between SO and HO, it has bigger fuel injectors from the information that I saw online. Bigger fuel injectors on the HO, and not only that, but it also has lower compression. So the HO does make more power, but differences on the engine actually. So lower compression for whatever reason. You would think it'd be higher compression being HO, but it's actually lower compression on the HO, and yeah, bigger injectors. So anyways, she runs, she drives, and yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Like I said, it's midnight. I'm probably babbling right now, but some pitch black out. We're out here, and I'm so happy that my truck's back together. So again, I'm gonna keep saying thanks to those two guys, but man, it has just been a lot of work, but we got it done. Damn, whole thing lit up like a Christmas tree. It keeps going on and off, and then I lose my whole speedo. Check this out. I think I found it. Latch. See how she's crooked? Latch is busted on this side, and this is not fully seated. Look. All right, guys, Rambo is back in action. So she's back, and as you saw there, we did find what the Christmas tree on the dash was all about. So we are not the first ones in this truck, probably not the last, but I plan on keeping this thing for a while, I hope. But let me show you guys exactly what ended up being the issue. So this truck, like I said, has been apart before. We were going crazy trying to figure out why it was illuminating. Don't mind all this crazy wiring. Again, I recently acquired the truck and we're just going through it. So all this spaghetti that's everywhere, I still gotta redo all the winch wiring in the front there. I kind of just left it here until I, you know, address it later. It's not a necessity. I don't plan on needing a winch, at least in the moment. But that latch over there, from the top it looks fine. But on the bottom side, the gray portion of the latch where it swings in and squeezes the main connection together, you saw there it was broken, and then obviously when we put it together we didn't notice that the latch was broken. So for now I'm going to try to source out a latch. I know you can get them, I just it's not absolutely necessary, but what I did was I just put a tie wrap through the connector on the back side of it and then made sure that it's tight, so it's keeping the connector together, and everything's working good now. My temps are normal. It's not puking coolant out. So before it was constantly just dumping coolant because with the head being cracked and the gasket being shot and the rag being in the old engine, and just monkeys have been inside this thing. But yeah, now everything's good. Also, I did end up putting those P1 625 grade head studs in there, so this thing is now bulletproof, so we should be good there. And yeah, my coolant's level staying good, staying normal. Like I said, it's not, you know, puking coolant all over the place. So yeah, I've got a excess of parts now. The short block is essentially good. I've got a spare turbo and manifold, all sorts of spare stuff. That's the original head that has those microscopic cracks in it. I don't know, some people, I have heard from other people too. I got a buddy, Dan, that also was saying that he sees a lot of these cylinder heads cracked like that. And sometimes, you know, at the customer's discretion, he puts them back together and they're completely fine. I personally didn't feel comfortable with putting, you know, a cracked cylinder head back on my truck, but he says that, you know, a lot of people do it and it seems to be fine, and it probably was just the head gasket. I don't know. Let me know what your opinion is down below. But yeah, she is back up and running, and I do have to get a different calibration for it, because obviously it's originally a SO motor in this truck, and now we have an HO motor, so we'll have to make the adjustments for that. So yeah, that's another thing that has to be done, but right now it runs decent, and I'm just keeping my foot out of it, so no black smoke, or, you know, it's not doing anything weird or anything like that with the HO motor. But yeah, she's up, she's running. So that's gonna do it for my Ram 3500 Saga, you guys. So it's back up and running. I've gone through the engine myself with Mike, and now we know exactly what we've got. Everything's bulletproof. It should go for a long while, so pretty happy about that. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys liked about this down below. Let me know what you think of this whole situation down below. But yes, it's back together, and now I've got my truck back, so it feels good to be back in a Ram truck. Thanks again to Mike and Dylan for their help, and also, you know, Dylan let me use his shop. and his Ford and all that. Would have taken a lot longer to do it without their help and their assistance. So thanks again to those guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the other videos. I've also got that head stud video. It's gonna be a separate video for you guys for the P1 head studs. If you guys want to check out that process and all that stuff, we go step by step showing how we did the one at a time method. And yeah, that'll be a different video dedicated directly to that. So thanks again. See you guys in the next video.